Hello generals, and today video we're gonna talk about the multi-rocket launcher M270, the main prize of this event we have right now. So guys, as usual, I want you to press the like button and bring a drink so we can discuss about the vehicle and enjoy it. Now first of all, this is the MK1. It has almost 35 HP, 35,000 HP. I'm not gonna go details about all the upgrades, the other things that MK1, they are the basic things. You can see it, turret rotation speed 50%, gonna spread 10% less. And here for protection, space armor and the protection fuel tank. These things, I'm not gonna go details about it, and such as the reload, for example. We're gonna talk about the HE. The HE it's just an HE. We talked about the ammunition before. And the main missile, it has the cluster missile. It's really powerful. At MK2, it has heat ammunition. It is, let's say, it's HE, but more focusing and much more penetration. So it covers smaller space. The HE DP, it's the opposite of the heat. It's much more spreading, but less damage a little bit. The big missile, it has also, you can switch it from cluster to HE. It is over, let's say, explosive missile. I mean, you see, like, man, it's a small nuke. Now let's put HE and heat ammunition and test it together, and with the cluster missile, big missile we have. We're gonna test it, and then we're gonna demonstrate, talk about the stats of each missile, because I'm pretty sure most of you guys want to see how much damage it does before we go to the stats. I mean, reading the stats is a little bit boring, so I don't want you to wait a lot to see the potential of the vehicle. So let's get started and let's fire the HE. HE is full upgraded, unlike the heat ammunition, so pay attention to that. The HE is fire, once you fire, it's cover mediocre space, let's say. I mean, that's 5,000. This is direct hit. It make 25,000, as you see, 25,000 HP gone from that vehicle. Here, as you see, it's a little bit far, but still we made 5,597 damage. Now the heat ammunition, it should hit the target to make the biggest damage. And remember, as we say always, the heat ammunition has the biggest damage to modules. This missiles, as you see, 1,800 because it doesn't hit, it's next to it. This one hit 15,000 and it destroyed the gun because of the module damage is over 5,000 damage. I mean, this is without any upgrade. So after upgrading, I think it will goes to like 5,500, something like that, even more, I think. The cluster shell, let's test it. It's once it's explode, it will shatter to 30 pieces, and it has 200 millimeters of penetration. It has a great module damage. Also, it's fully upgraded. As you see, this is the potential. Most of the time you will set the targets on fire, so this vehicle is prioritizing on the overcrowded enemies, and that is how it works. The multi-rocket launchers, it's much more focused on multi enemies at the same time. So the best time to use a multi-rocket launcher once you see overcrowded enemies, like 2-3 enemies at the same spot. Now let's fire a heat shell direct. As you see, 286 man. As you see, the second one, we hit the ammunition, it's almost exploded and it's damaged the ammunition. Now let's use the HE shell as direct hit. Now the problem with the vehicle, as you see guys, the accuracy is really bad. I mean, after the update, after the type 89, man, all the multi-rocket launcher has become really bad at accuracy. I think that is for balancing the game, because I mean, what the point of using artillery if you have the multi-rocket launcher that can direct hit and it can fire many missiles at the same time? That is a balance factor. That's why they change the multi-rocket launchers and become much less accurate. Now let's see the stats of the missiles we have right now, the HE, for example, it has 17,550 damage, 150 millimeters of penetration, 10,530 explosion damage, and explosion radius 28.5, and the module damage 1,755. Now the heat ammunition, it is 12,800, and the armor penetration 400, explosion damage 4,500, and the module damage is 5,120, and the explosion radius, as you see, 14.5. Now the cluster shell, 21,320, 200 millimeters of penetration, 17,030 explosion damage, 43.3 explosion radius, module damage 3,198. Now, of course, 30 pieces of shattering. Now the second one, we have 23,600 penetration, 260, 49.5 explosion radius. That is really insane. I mean, over 50 meters, everything will be damaged. HETP, 15,280 penetration, 7,500 the explosion damage, and 34.9 the explosion radius. That is bigger than the HE, the normal HE we have. So the HEDP covers a bigger space when it hits the target. So it doesn't care about the target if it's far away or not, because it covers a really big space. I mean, over 30 meters, man. But the HE, of course, the big missile, it's almost 50 meters. Now this is direct hit. Let's find out how much damage. 21,000, as you see. This one is not gonna hit it, and still we make 4,000. This is not fully upgraded. It's, I think, level 6 or level 7. I'm not sure, because one of them is level 6 and the other one is level 7, between the HEDP and the HE of the big missile we have. Let's fire again, 4,200, and let's fire again, 4,977. That is the potential of the HEDP. Now let's see the fireworks with the HE big one. We have it on another target that's full HP. This one has 50% damage reduction. Let's find out. It doesn't hit, but 17,000 damage, or 17,000 damage. So in general, this vehicle is more focused on overcrowded enemies. There is 2-3 targets. They are pretty close to each other, so we can fire these missiles and make them run away from these missiles. Let's find out again and fire. As you see, there is a bug. It says it's reloading or something like that, but you have to fire to make sure of that. 5,205. Let's fire more. And as you see, the problem of it didn't do big damage, but this is one target. So if there is, let's say, 2-3 enemies around it, it's gonna hit them and they're gonna do big damage. I mean, almost similar damage to the same target we are firing right now. And you see the fireworks, man, one shot, and how much the explosion went off to the sky, man. It's similar to the missiles on the J16 AKF-98 and also the Storm Shadow we have. And of course, that is why the vehicle is strong. For me, if you ask me, I rather to have 3 missiles of these big ones instead of the 6 small missiles I have. So I would be really glad to, let's say, give it 3 missiles for 1 big missile, give it 3 missiles for 1 big missile. So I will have 3 of the big missiles. I will be much more happier with that. Now let's fire the big missiles and let's find out how much damage we're gonna make. This is way off, but let's see the damage. 17,000. I mean, man, have you seen the smoke went off? Man, this is really insane. That is the potential of the vehicle, but the accuracy is a little bit bad. I mean, we talk about that because of the type 98, that's, I mean 89 or 98, I don't remember. After the type 89, the Chinese multi-rocket launcher, all the multi-rocket launcher become very bad accuracy, because once I got the vehicle, it was that bad at accuracy. It was actually decent. And you see the potential of these really terrifying multi-rocket launcher. Now, in general, should you get the tank or not? Well, if you want a vehicle to hit many targets at the same time, it's your option, and it is a great vehicle for that. Otherwise, it's not really useful a lot. Should you spend money for that? I don't think so. If you're lucky, you will get it. If not, it's okay. It's just another multi-rocket launcher. As you see, 50% damage reduction only on the driving place, and otherwise it's really weak. It has nothing special. And there is the engine and the fuel tank, and the ammo rack is the missiles it has. That is the vehicle and the armor of the vehicle. So guys, this is all I have right now. In my opinion, it's just decent. I'll give it like 5 out of 10. Hope you enjoy, guys. See you next time. Bye bye.